Hello, I'm Konstantin Samoylov. I'm one of the founders of UX Study. We specialize in making research scalable in big organizations and in building research facilities and infrastructure. My background is in user experience and engineering. I started to work in user experience, I think, in 1999 when I conducted the first study, and I began working on my PhD in that area. I created one of the first companies in Russia working in UX research, and I conducted studies for both local, medium and small companies and big international companies like Microsoft. While I worked for them, I realized that there is a limitation of what kind of project you can work on if you work outside of the research team in a big company. So I joined Google. I worked there for about 8 years, and I worked in all kinds of teams and for all types of projects like search, Android, emerging markets, image search, voice assistant, and so on. I conducted studies in multiple locations, everywhere in Europe, in the United States, in places like India, Thailand, and Indonesia. While I worked there, I always tried to figure out what kind of research methodologies would support scalable research for big organizations. And this is where I met my future business partner, Adam, who worked on building research facilities and labs in Google. He built more than 50 labs across the world, and he was the only person who actually talked to researchers, trying to understand what researchers needed in labs and how to improve both the research process and what the organization needed from research. So we started to work together, and we realized that there is a cycle where researchers don't have technology to conduct scalable research. As a result, it's very difficult for us to express what exactly we needed to people who build labs. And people who build labs, they couldn't build because we didn't express what we needed. So we worked for several years in Google, and then we decided to leave the company to specialize and innovate specifically in this area. So for the last 3 years, we've been focusing on innovating in both research methodologies for big organizations and in creating technology and infrastructure to support such kind of methodologies and changes in research culture. If you work in this area, or if you need to build scalable research in big organizations, please get in touch.